break your addiction to toxic content. Accept your power to engineer your circumstances. You have the power. Do not let discouragement and hopelessness dwell in you. Evict those emotions starting now and press reset. Remember who you are in Christ. So, this first step is very important because you want to acknowledge the fact that you have the ability to shift the trajectory of your life at any given moment. Step number 2 is to start small. Any big change requires the first step, so don't try to eat the whole elephant at one time. This is what I had to come to terms with in my own personal journey of tapering back on watching the wrong things. Is it's okay to take baby steps. Step number 3 is to mind your behavior. The enemy of change is mindlessness. Monitor yourself and watch what you are doing. Do not allow autopilot in your life, but don't judge yourself. Adjust. So you want to mind your behavior, and that's another way to say be mindful. It's called mindfulness. That's why in psychology they advise people with mental health issues and anxiety and depression to practice mindfulness, because it does help you to recognize what is happening around you so that you can get in touch with reality. This is also beneficial in changing bad habits. So you want to mind your behavior. Ask and ye shall receive. I would say this is the most important part, but it's equally important because you have to put faith behind when you ask God for anything. And faith paired with works is immensely powerful. So if you ask God to help you to overcome any addiction to bad entertainment, gossip channels, slander, pornography, it could be crime, violence. We want to ask God to assist us in making this maneuver. I came up with this step number 5. I came up with this name for this idea of ripping off the band-aid. And it's called the major shift maneuver. I do this when this is like an emergency pack or something like that. It's like an emergency rescue when you feel like you're losing control of your life. So the major shift maneuver is you ripping off the band-aid. You just go all in purposely so that you basically hard reset your brain and your wiring. And this is intentionally brutal. It's intentionally difficult, and it's intentionally overdoing it because you're trying to hard reset or cause a major shift or a major maneuver in the way that your mind works and what it craves. Step number 6, or advice number 6, is understand the science behind the change. The same way you develop a taste for the foods you eat by eating more of them is the same way your spirit develops a desire for the same content that you feed your soul on a daily basis. Once you understand how appetite and desire works, you can use it to your advantage to get your power back against the cycle of toxic content consumption. This is very powerful. So a lot of people stay stuck in doom scrolling cycles because they don't understand the science of why they are craving what they're craving, and it's simply because that's what you're eating. That's what you're feeding your soul. And it's the same way, like if you eat McDonald's every day, or if you eat greasy foods every day, cheesy foods with a lot of fat and sugary foods, you're going to want more and more of that. It's going to be harder and harder for you to eat healthy foods like asparagus and broccoli and carrots and stuff like that, because you are so used to eating the way that you eat. You feed your spirit good things. Last point is number 7, which is let's normalize the do not recommend channel feature on YouTube. I use this anytime I feel like a channel is about to get me off of my straight and narrow path. And this is literally kind of like a disinfecting spray for your YouTube channel after you've been dibbling and dabbling and watching the wrong stuff. Which, if certain channels pop up, yes, you can do unsubscribe. That's fine too. But sometimes channels pop up that you're not subscribed to at all, and you're like, where did this come from? I ain't trying to watch nothing like this. So instead of you just scrolling by and let it just continue to pollute and infiltrate your algorithm, what you can do is press the little 3 dots that's underneath the video thumbnail. Press those 3 dots. It's going to say do not recommend channel, and then you just tap that and it's not going to recommend the channel anymore. And so that's a very powerful way to just bulletproof your YouTube channel against certain, content that is going to get you off of the straight and narrow path. That's what I want you guys to do, is to be gracious on yourself and to understand that this is not, you know, what they say is not a marathon, it's a sprint, something like that. You got to take your time and you have to give yourself the breathing room to get acclimated and adjusted to the new change if you fail this far. So I love y'all and I thank y'all for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.